What's Brussels Airlines short-haul business class like? I'm about to find out. It's 4:40 a.m. and today I'm off to Belgium, to Brussels to be exact, and my flight leaves at 6:30. It's about a half an hour drive to the airport, and look, my cab's already waiting for me, and the guys from the Kempinski are packing my luggage in. So let's get moving.
Goodbye, see you next time. Bye-bye.
$30 and $30 later, I'm here at Budapest airport ready to take on Belgian Airlines. I flew them last year. I can't remember much about them, so let's see what their intra-Europe business class flights are like. Correction, Brussels Airways. Check-in took 2 minutes, lady was beautiful, and I can check in a bag up to 32 kilos going business class. Some of these airlines in Europe only allow you a bag of 23 kilos, but that was good, that was 32. This is the Platinum Lounge, and look, it's uninspiring. Food's pretty basic, but thankfully there's some airflow in here and some air conditioning above me. You might even be able to hear it, but the air is flowing. If you go outside, it's typical of a European airport where it's probably about 24 degrees and no airflow. It just is stuffy. So this is a better alternative than outside. But if you're after a drink at 7 a.m, you're in luck here because it's a self-service and open bar. I think we're maybe on a bus because she's downstairs now. This is an Airbus A319. It is a small Airbus, and business class is just the middle seat blocked out, and I picked row 1, but it's got these awful heavy dividers in between. I understand why they have to have them, because inside is the tray, whereas the seat behind has the tray in the My Seat back. Sometimes I'm a little harsh on the US carriers for their internal flights with their business class seats, but at least those flights, even on the smaller aircraft, have 2 individual seats. They don't have these 3 seats with the middle one blocked out deal. And the reason they do this on this aircraft is so that if they want, they can have the whole flight economy. So this aircraft will seat 141 if it's full economy, but with 3 rows of business means 6 seats are blocked out, so that's 135 on board today. Now there is no in-seat power and there is no entertainment on this flight, but luckily I downloaded some episodes of Clarkson's Farm, so I should be fine for the roughly 2 hours of this flight. I'll get a meal because I paid extra, but those in the back don't get a meal, but there is a bistro on board. I gather you can pre-order or you can purchase from the trolley. No cash though. So what are they serving? You can get a cheeseburger combo deal for €15. You can get a wrap and a water for $9.30, beef lasagna for €7.50, or a croque monsieur for $6.50. And then of course there's a whole lot of crap snack food which is of no real nutritional value, and then there's alcohol. Aperol spritz for €7.50, Spanish tapas for $6.50, soft drinks for $3.30. Well, the doors are closed now, and there are 3 of the 12 first class seats or business class seats free, which is good, including one next to me, so I can nip over and put my quad lock unit on the window and film the takeoff. About 40 minutes into the flight, breakfast was served. It was a simple affair, quite like the peaches with the vanilla yogurt. I had a bread roll with some butter and jam, and I'm not a fan at all of grapefruit, so that went begging. I could have had a croissant if I wanted, but I declined that offer, and that was pretty much all that was on offer. Nothing hot, but it's an hour and 50-minute flight, so I was never going to get a great meal. So where does this business class offering sit in rankings? Look, it's right at the very bottom. This 3-seat turns into 2 scenario is so popular on short-haul flights. In the US, as I mentioned before, some of the airlines have 2 seats either side of the aisle, which is much better than this arrangement. But really, nothing compares quite like business class on the Middle Eastern airlines. On an hour or 2 flight, you can often get a suite or at least a proper lie-flat bed. Service-wise on board, it was fine, nothing special, but nothing wrong with it. And of course, English and French are spoken, and I imagine they're from Brussels, so Flemish might also be on offer. A couple of weeks ago I flew BA in their Club Europe, and I mentioned that the legroom was atrocious in row 3. Well, this is much bigger in rows 2, 3 and 4. Then it goes back to something more akin to economy, but there's only 3 rows of business. So if you're in row 4 today, you get the extra business class legroom, albeit you don't get the middle seat blocked out. So in the future, if you're flying economy and you're flying on this aircraft and you can get row 4, you'll be very happy with the extra legroom. On the ground in Brussels, and that was an okay flight on an okay aircraft. Staff were good. I had a chat with the steward at the end, and he allowed me to pop into the cockpit, take a little bit of vision, which was nice. So I've left a very warm Budapest, where it was 35 odd every day, and here it's 16 degrees. Well, I'm impressed with Brussels Airport. It's clean and modern, and a nice feel to it, certainly much better than Budapest. Now, to reclaim my luggage and meet up with a family member. And this Limburg area is where Max Verstappen's from. Well, that was a very leisurely hour and 20-minute drive in this beautiful little BMW 1 Series from Brussels Airport to what is one of the nicest hotels I stay at. I can tell you, it's the closest to the track, and it is the most expensive. It's not the best hotel, but the proximity and the fact that you eat each night with a handful of drivers, and it's a pretty interesting crowd, makes it worthwhile. And the fact that I park this car up in the car park and don't touch it for 4 days. Turn 1 is 300 metres from the hotel. Come in. Well, I've just checked into our room, and we have twin beds, and this is my son, of course, who is joining me for the last race of the first half of the year. And typically a lot of the F1 drivers stay at this hotel because it's just so easy to get to and from the track. Well, that's all from me from the Hotel de la Source, right next to the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, which is something special. Before you go, how about you hit the like button on this video, please, and subscribe if you've not yet hit that button. And for a whole host of content and merchandise, have a look over here. Thanks for watching.
And stay passionate.